Some inventions are so powerful, so groundbreaking, that they never get the chance to change the world. Their creators vanish, their research disappears, and their technology is buried sometimes, forever. From energy devices that could have revolutionized power to machines that defied gravity, history is full of ideas that were silenced before they could take off. Why? Who benefits from keeping these discoveries in the dark? And what happened to the minds behind them? Let's take a look at some of the most forbidden technologies and the inventors who mysteriously disappeared. Number 1. The Williams X-Jet, a personal flight machine that never took off. Imagine a one-person flying machine that could hover, accelerate in any direction, and respond to a pilot's movements just by leaning. That was the Williams X-Jet, a vertical takeoff and landing aircraft developed in the 1980s, powered by a modified turbofan engine. This lightweight craft could stay in the air for 45 minutes and reach speeds of 60 miles per hour. It was evaluated by the U.S. Army, but despite its potential, the project was scrapped. Officially, it was dismissed as inferior to helicopters and drones. But was that really the reason? Or was there something about personal flight technology that made it too risky to allow? Number 2. The Radiant Energy Device. In the early 1900s, Dr. T. Henry Moray claimed to have invented a device that could tap into radiant energy, essentially pulling electricity from empty space. This wasn't just a theory. Moray reportedly built a 60-pound device capable of generating 50,000 watts of electricity for hours. Despite demonstrating his invention to scientists and engineers, he never secured funding to bring it to the public. Instead, his research caught the attention of powerful interests. During World War II, Soviet operatives allegedly infiltrated Moray's lab, pressuring him to hand over his technology. One Soviet agent, known only as Z, gained his trust and reportedly walked away with the secrets behind Moray's special energy valve. If his invention was real, why wasn't it developed? And why did it take an undercover operation to steal its designs? Number 3. The Hemp Car. In 1941, Henry Ford unveiled something radical, a car made almost entirely from hemp. The hemp body car wasn't just lightweight and durable, it also ran on hemp ethanol fuel, a renewable alternative to gasoline. With 40 miles per gallon fuel efficiency, it was years ahead of its time. So why didn't this breakthrough take off? The answer seems obvious. At the time, the oil industry and the government had little interest in a fuel source that could threaten their dominance. Instead of embracing this sustainable alternative, hemp ethanol was heavily restricted until it disappeared altogether. Was this just about economics, or was something bigger at play? Number 4. Perpetual motion. Throughout history, inventors have pursued the dream of perpetual motion, a machine that could generate limitless energy without an external power source. One of the most intriguing figures in this pursuit was Victor Schauberger, an Austrian forester and naturalist who believed water held the key to unlocking free energy. Schauberger's research into vortex water movement led him to designs that supposedly mimicked nature's own energy systems. Number 5. Coral Castle. In Florida, there stands a monument to one of history's strangest engineering mysteries, Coral Castle. Built by a reclusive Latvian-American named Edward Leedskalnin, this structure consists of massive limestone blocks, some weighing several tons, all supposedly moved and carved by a single man. How did he do it? According to legend, Leedskalnin discovered a way to manipulate gravity or magnetism, allowing him to lift and shape these stones with ease. He never revealed his methods, and to this day, no one has been able to fully explain how he built the castle without modern machinery. Number 6. Anti-gravity technology. In the world of fringe science, few claims are as bizarre as those made by Viktor Stepanovich Grebennikov, a Russian entomologist who believed he had unlocked the secrets of anti-gravity using insect body parts. Grebennikov claimed he had built a levitation platform powered by the unique microscopic structures found in certain insect wings. He even wrote about his flying experiments over the Russian countryside, describing how he hovered and moved effortlessly through the air. Of course, mainstream science dismissed his work as fiction, but if his discovery was real, why did it vanish without a trace? And what if nature itself holds the key to technology we still don't understand? Number 7. The Cloudbuster. In the 1950s, Austrian psychoanalyst Wilhelm Reich claimed he had built a device capable of manipulating the weather. He called it the Cloudbuster, a machine designed to interact with what he called orgone energy in the atmosphere. According to Reich, by directing the Cloudbuster at the sky and grounding it in water, he could create rain on command. He conducted multiple experiments and documented his results, calling the process cosmic orgone engineering. But mainstream science wasn't convinced. His research was dismissed as pseudoscience. Number 8. The GM EV1. In the 1990s, General Motors introduced the EV1, one of the first mass-produced battery electric vehicles. It was efficient, quiet, and completely eliminated the need for gasoline. But despite positive customer feedback, the entire program was shut down within a few years. Rather than letting people buy the EV1, GM took the cars back and destroyed almost every single one. The official reason? They claimed electric cars weren't commercially viable. But critics believe the real reason was pressure from oil companies and automotive giants corporations that had no interest in a future without gasoline. Did the EV1 prove that electric cars were a threat to the oil industry? And if so, what other game-changing technology has been buried in the same way? Number 9. Project XA. For decades, tobacco companies have insisted there's no safe way to smoke. But what if that wasn't true? In the 1970s, scientist Dr. James Mould developed a cigarette that significantly reduced cancer-causing chemicals. His breakthrough, known as Project XA, used palladium and magnesium nitrate to filter out harmful toxins. Initial tests showed promising results, yet instead of pushing this safer alternative, the tobacco industry shut it down. Why? Because releasing a safe cigarette would have been an admission that their other products were deadly. Fearing lawsuits, the company buried the project, and Mould's work was never commercialized. Number 10. The Hendershot generator. For over 30 years, Lester Hendershot worked on a device that seemed to defy the laws of physics, an over-unity generator that could tap into Earth's magnetic field to produce unlimited electricity. Unlike other so-called perpetual motion machines, the Hendershot generator wasn't just a theory. It was publicly demonstrated multiple times, even in front of famous aviator Charles Lindbergh. Newspaper reports and eyewitnesses confirmed that the machine worked. But despite passing inspections, Hendershot never saw his invention reach the market. Instead, he faced political pushback and mysterious setbacks. His attempts to take the technology to Mexico ended abruptly, and he eventually faded into obscurity. If his generator was just a hoax, why did so many credible sources confirm its effectiveness? Again and again, we see the same story. Groundbreaking technology emerges, only to be buried, discredited, or mysteriously erased. Whether it's free energy, alternative fuels, or even potential cures, these inventions had one thing in common. They threatened powerful industries. Some inventors faded into obscurity. Others faced intense pressure, financial ruin, or worse, their work disappeared. Their research was lost. Were these technologies truly flawed, or were they too powerful to be allowed? How many world-changing breakthroughs have been erased before they ever had a chance? One thing is certain: history is full of inventions that were never meant to be forgotten. What do you think about this? Comment below. And if you found this video interesting, make sure you hit the like button. And also don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more of these kinds of videos. Thanks for watching.